Abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
The Giants struggled with their offensive line in 2018, so they went to the Browns and picked up Kevin Zeitler, an offensive guard. He didn't make the Pro Bowl despite some metrics grading him out as the #1 pass-blocking guard in the NFL last year, but they also like his muscle in the run game.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 12 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the quarterback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So here come the Eagles under 4th-year head coach Doug Peterson. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
65.
Third and long for Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They're indeed going. It's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again, it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He's got Jack Doyle.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A draw play here, Lewis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4. That's the end of the first quarter. With no
We're scoreless after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Trying to pick it up with Clement. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, they go with Clement again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, Winston. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's Winston. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. The end result, 21 yards. Jameis now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction. protection by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas. This one from 35 yards away. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fournette running right. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
They run out of the gun with Clement. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. A carry for Clement. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. So we come upon halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Well, the final 3 weeks of the 2019 season still to play, and we start Week 15 on Thursday night. The final Thursday night game of the year, Jets and Ravens from M&T Bank Stadium, with coverage beginning at 8:20 Eastern on EA Sports. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Winston now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From just shy of midfield, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking in zone for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Flip it. Check 91 is the mic. Mike,
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jameis now on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Richardson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Boston Scott, his first carry, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Fournette. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes out a gain of 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Corey Clement with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the 2nd half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
throwing on third down. Stafford. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Single, slot. Hey.
After the interception, here's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
He's coming. Double up.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Stafford. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got Lewis. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. On 2nd and 9, Winston complete. Richardson has it. A gain there of 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run here with Clement. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Open man here is Scott, complete. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the red zone now, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This is Fournette, and here he'll get it down to the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Leonard Fournette, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 11, a minute 52 to play. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down at Stafford. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. He completes it to Tate.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's big.
Winston here to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Philadelphia, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a